like mother, like daughter. So you have explained all people's senses for us, but there must be something that keeps you focused on driving those businesses. Can you just give us one?
What keeps me focused really is impact, right? I want to impact people. I want to impact lives. As a matter of fact, I say to myself every morning when I look into the mirror, Fati, you are a proof that will inspire more proofs. You are an evidence that will bet more evidence. So when I look at myself, trust me, there is something that's just energizing me. Even when I'm weak, I'm energized. It's just creating impact. I want people to look at me and say, yes, it's possible. That's really what drives me. And I don't, as women, there's a lot of, there are narratives that, oh, if you can't do this because you're a woman. Why are you doing this because you're a woman? Okay, but I'm Fati. I'm a difference. I'm gonna do it, and maybe do it better, right? So every time I want to do something, I always think, what's the end? So I'm an end goal person. Trust me, Fati doesn't think about now. I'm thinking about 5, 10 years later. I'll tell you something. Fortunately, we have cuts and cravings here. And for the first time, I did not go to the office today. I woke up, I was telling Lisa, I said, God, I'm tired. We've done like maybe 62 hours without sleep because we had buffet yesterday. So the way our order is, they don't come as jollof fried. People sometimes we make like 20 meals, and it's really exhausting. But I have amazing stuff, but I still want to see the end. So for me, it's always the end. And I tell them, you don't have a second opportunity to prove yourself. Prove yourself now, no matter how little it is. Create that impact. Let people see and be like, no, this brand is something about it. Really, that's just what it is for me and for practice.
Tell me what man can do that juggling. Like we only the woman can multitask like that.
Yes, right.
So, but I think what I think like half of us in this room, we always have all those business ideas and opportunities in our heads. Do you understand? We all have them, but executing them is always the thing, the showstopper. So can you please give us the tools, or rather the important points that will make me kickstart my next brilliant idea in my head?
Okay. The truth about it is that you say the phrase, right time is a need. The right time is now. Trust me, the years keep going back, the months, the days. So the more you procrastinate or the more you see reasons not to do it, time is just going and you're not doing anything. I'm pretty young, actually. Mrs. O is not wrong. I won't review my age, but I am pretty young. But should I be honest with you? I think I'm too old for what I'm doing.
Whoa!
Yes. my PA is behind and she's just, smiling and going. But it's the truth. I think that I'm old for what I'm doing. I kind of think that I should have started earlier. And it's not a lie. There are times when you just have an idea and you're like, how do I start? Where do I start from? Yeah. Should I tell you the truth? The challenges begin when you start. Whatever you think you're imagining or whatever you're thinking, whatever is in your head hasn't started. The moment you start, then the challenge starts. Then the bridges, you start seeing the bridges. It's not, when I call it a bridge, it's not necessarily a challenge. You also see like the finances, you see, the people, you meet people and all of that stuff. So it's not just the downside challenge. Other challenges, oh yes. Trust me, I tell people that I don't know what is madder than having a salon, an events company, and a food business. Totally different diverse businesses. Yes, and each of them they come with a lot of stress. A better way to say it, stress. If you say stress, you are actually making it look very simple. Crazy. Sometimes you just be like before I came out now. I've shouted. You people can't tell what is going on. Should I tell you the truth? my staff, if you work for anybody, before you can start them, it will be very hard.
Wow.
Because party is very difficult.
Okay,
Right? And this is not a lie. I am very, very difficult to impress. As a matter of fact, I always look for perfect things. So I don't think anything is perfect. Why? Because by the time I leave that perfect thing and I go and lie down, I must spot something that's not perfect in it. That's the thing. So I put them under a lot of pressure. But I also want them to grow. I tell them, you work in a salon. Who told you you can't be a CEO? You work in the food business. Who told you you can't be a CEO? I want to send you to National Assembly, and when they see you, they will say, no, this is Fatista. So I train them in a way that they know that, we are not just, in quotes, medium staff. We are professionals. So it's all of these things. They just do it. Yeah. If you want to start tailoring, like me now, I'm very dressy, honestly. If I want to go for an event, it's so bad that they make my outfits in 24 hours. As a matter of fact, what I'm wearing now, we started making yesterday night, and they finished. By the time they finished, they even had to loosen it because I was not impressed. So I'm not saying that to say, just to encourage you, but should I tell you the truth? I used to tell my designer, just give me time. I also gonna learn tailoring. Learning it might not be because I want to have a business, but just because I want to be able to do my own stuff. There's this thing that people say, don't be a jack of all trades, be a master of one. How about embracing multiple roles at the age of versatility? You need to be versatile. If you must thrive in an economy, you need to be versatile. If you don't have the right skills, trust me, if you're relying on that one thing, one policy can take you from 100 to 0. But if you have multiple skills, if you have multiple abilities, all you need to do is just step into a room and everything changes. So I tell them, there's nothing I cannot do that I own. Down to events, measurements. When I was setting up there, the guy came and said, oh, our banner. I said, what's the size? He said 10 feet. I said 10 feet would fit here. Trust me, I have gone to an interior school. I have gone to an events planning school. I have done, even down to the Basis Cooking Academy. I have also done hair training. I have done with Eli Momo, if you know him. I have also done with skin. Now let me teach you a bit. When I was working with Eli Momo, I used to go there, but there's this thing where you work with this kind of places, they call you an apprentice, right? For me, it was very different. But sometimes I'll tell him that I want to close. So one day, he asked me, every time you are closing, who are you? What do you do? And I said, oh, I've got work. I said, work? But you are learning now, you didn't learn. I said, I'm a lawyer. He froze. Said you can't be a lawyer, and you mean you come here. I know how salon is. People will come, they will throw words at you, they will insult you. Some people will come and say, everyone tell yourself to come and lose my. Everyone just look at me and you look and you turn back and say, it's not this one. But should I tell you the truth? I also make sure that I invest in that field. So whatever you want to do, start. It's just a trial. Failure is part of success.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, when you fail, you do it better. So I tell my people that I don't want to, get it right all the time. As much as I like perfection, I also want to climb the ladder, right? When I came to Abuja, I started at Egyptian. I kid you not, I went from 1 to ×3. When we moved to ×3 of where we were. Right now, as I speak to you, that space is small and it's barely 6 months.